There's a silent power that comes with maturity of force, that doesn't need loud statements or flashy displays. Women notice it instantly, even if they can't put it into words. It's the energy of a man who's grounded, confident, and entirely comfortable in his own skin. In a world filled with superficial impressions and fleeting attention spans, the mature man stands out not because he tries to, but because he doesn't need to. Women are wired to respond to certain psychological cues, and these cues are amplified in mature men who have mastered themselves. This script explores the 7 traits that women are irresistibly drawn to, even if they don't consciously realize why. The first trait is presence. A mature man doesn't fidget. He's not distracted by his phone or constantly seeking approval. His focus is powerful. When he's with someone, he's with them mind, body, and energy. This type of presence is rare, and women feel it immediately. It's a psychological trigger of safety and significance. She feels seen, not just looked at. She feels heard, not just tolerated. A mature man's presence has gravity, and it pulls her in without effort. It's not about dominance, it's about depth. The more present he is, the more she opens up. Next is emotional regulation. Immature men are reactive. They get angry over small things. They sulk, they lash out. But the mature man? He breathes. He observes. He doesn't suppress emotions, but he chooses how and when to express them. This calm control makes women feel safe. It signals strength, not because he can fight, but because he doesn't need to. His emotional steadiness is like a lighthouse in her storm. She knows that even when life throws chaos his way, he won't crumble. He'll be the anchor. That kind of reliability is magnetic. Another irresistible trait is purpose. Mature men don't drift. They're not just passing time or seeking entertainment. They're building something, whether it's a business, a mission, a lifestyle, or personal growth. Purpose is one of the most attractive masculine energies because it shows a man has direction. He doesn't need a woman to complete him. He's already full, but he's open to sharing his journey. Women notice this immediately. It's the difference between a man who pulls her into his vision versus one who tries to make her his entire world. The former excites her. The latter drains her. Then there's assertiveness, not to be confused with aggression. Assertiveness is the ability to express one's needs, desires, and boundaries clearly and respectfully. The mature man doesn't play games. He doesn't wait for permission. He knows what he wants and he communicates it directly. This clarity is refreshing to women. It eliminates guesswork and insecurity. It's also deeply sexy. A man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go, for it triggers deep primal attraction. But it's done with grace, not force. It's power under control. That's what makes it irresistible. Humor, when used wisely, is another trait that separates the mature man from the boys. But it's not the loud, attention-seeking kind. It's subtle. It's knowing when to lighten the mood, when to make her laugh without trying too hard. It's self-aware, confident humor that comes from a man who doesn't take himself too seriously. This kind of humor disarms a woman. It creates connection. It makes her feel relaxed and playful around him. And most importantly, it reveals intelligence. A witty man who can read the room is often more attractive than a man who's just trying to be funny. One of the most underrated but deeply impactful traits is silence. Not awkward silence, but intentional silence. The mature man isn't afraid of quiet. He doesn't fill every pause with noise. He allows space for thought, for tension, for reflection. In those moments, a woman feels something rare, presence without pressure. Silence becomes a container for deeper emotional connection. She notices how he listens, how he observes, how he lets her unfold, instead of rushing her. In those moments, she feels seen, understood, and oddly enough, desired. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is authenticity. The mature man isn't trying to be anyone else. He doesn't chase trends, pretend to be younger, or hide his flaws. He's unapologetically himself. And that kind of realness is intoxicating. Women can smell fake confidence from miles away. But when a man owns who he is, his story, his values, his scars, he radiates something far more powerful than perfection. He radiates truth. And truth is attractive. It makes her feel like she can be real too. No masks, no games. Just raw connection. These 7 traits are not about manipulating women or faking confidence. They're about becoming the kind of man who naturally inspires desire because he lives from a place of depth and integrity. The psychology behind this is ancient. Women have evolved to sense safety, strength, and status not from loud displays, but from subtle signals. A mature man who understands this doesn't chase. He attracts. He becomes the calm in the chaos, the strong shoulder, the sharp mind, the steady soul. And when he walks into a room, women feel something shift. This energy isn't born overnight. It comes from life, from experience, from learning lessons the hard way, from losing, rebuilding, and rising again. That's why younger men often try to fake it, but fall short because true maturity isn't just age. It's emotional evolution. It's what makes a man irresistible without even trying. Women may not be able to articulate it, but their psychology responds instantly. The walk, the tone, the energy, everything changes when a man becomes grounded in himself. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become more of who you are, minus the insecurities. The more you embody these traits, the more naturally attractive you become, not just to women, but to life. The mature man lives on his own terms. He's not begging for validation. He's chosen by purpose, by principle, by power. And in that space, women find something rare, a man who's not just physically present, but emotionally elevated. This is what women instantly notice, even before you speak. It's not the clothes, the car, or the compliments. It's the energy. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you speak truth without fear, the way you make her feel seen, safe, and alive all at once. It's the psychology of attraction at its highest level, where depth meets desire and confidence meets compassion. If you become that man, you won't need to impress. You'll simply be unforgettable.